If you are like me, or quite frankly, just about anyone else on the planet, you have probably experienced some sort of trauma or abuse in your lifetime. I'm Stephana Johnson, and I am a trauma and abuse specialist. And I help people fully heal from the pain of their past traumas so that they can have the joy and the love and the success that they truly desire and deserve. So I'd like to share with you how I look at this whole concept around trauma and abuse, and share with you this concept of the three camps. In the first camp, and by the way, I've been in all three of these, so that's why I know. The first camp are the folks who are pretty much in denial. They are avoiding the past, they've shut it down, they've closed it off, especially around sexual abuse. That piece really tends to shut us off because there's so much shame around it. And confusion, and already the stigma of wanting, keep it silent, don't talk about it. But 1 in 3 have been sexually abused. So you're not alone on that one. And what we know is that when we stay silent and avoid and neglect and just try to deny that our experience of the trauma or the abuse has happened, it manifests in our life. So we may be seeing things like eating disorders, we may be seeing addictions, we may be seeing constant issues in the relationships, on and on. So that is the first camp. So we've got lots of symptoms going on, or maybe your life just looks great on the outside, but on the inside, it's a wreck. First camp, been there. Second camp. Now here's the camp of essentially the victim that loves being the victim, loves what they get from it. It's feeding them in some way. It's giving them something, okay? And that second part to that victim piece is that they also then are using that piece in their past to then go and harm or hinder something in their future or now and their lives now and today, whether it's by having an alibi because I had this horrible trauma, I can now be a total jerk. Those kinds of things. So that's the victim piece where they're using their victim and their story to get something, and it's feeding something for them. Not such a great place to be, but it's serving a purpose, and I wanted you to understand that camp as well. And then there's the third one, and this is the camp where there's something going on, you recognize that there's that pain and there's a piece in you that's kind of, it feels broken and it feels like there's something there, and you're taking steps, maybe you're doing some self-help and reading some books and going to lectures, and you're getting some aha moments and you're getting somewhere, but it's not quite broken through, and you're ready to make some shifts. You're ready to go a little deeper here and really take a look at what's going on. Maybe you're kind of tired of the quick fixes, and you realize, well, there's something a little deeper here, and it's about time for some help. So there's a pretty big span where that would be, and then it goes all the way to actually discovering the source of the issues, healing the past wounds completely, and as a result of healing all those wounds that created anxiety and fear and stress and depression and physical dis-ease in the body and emotional, I don't want to say damage, but emotional issues that are going on, all of this actually just starts to go away. It's almost like it magically disappears. But it magically disappears not because we've taken a pill for it or because we've masked it some other way. We've actually handled the source of the pain from the past trauma. And that's where I come in as the trauma and abuse specialist. So I do work in all three camps. I mostly work with the third one because there's a lot of discovery that has to go on before you're ready to do the deep work. So if you're in the first or the second camp, this is what I suggest. I have lots of resources for you. The Healthy Healing Laboratory, where I give tremendous resources from experts and from different workshops that I've done, and that's all free, and I want you to take advantage of that. If you're in the third camp, then I encourage you to opt in and get my free ebook, 21 Tips, Tools, and How-Tos to Turn Trouble into Triumph. I love those T's. And with that little ebook, you can download it instantly. And then I have a webinar. And I would really love for you to invest the time to watch that. It's my personal story as well as numerous clients walking them through, and I think you might see yourself in some of those stories and kind of get an understanding of what's going on. And that webinar is 5 powerful steps to turn your trouble into triumph. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. This is a big journey, folks. I understand it. I've been on it for a long time, doing my own personal healing as well as helping others for over 23 years. I was meant for this. And I'm so excited to be here doing this. In no way am I sounding or wanting to be flippant about our trauma. You know what? Sometimes things suck, but it does not have to define you. So know that you are not alone, and know that I offer you my love and my grace and peace and blessings to you, wherever you are on your journey.